testing. Yes, Pooja. Kalyani, Srinivas, Hemalata, Ajay, Sai Durga, Suma.
Madam,
This list you have other people. చెప్పండి
నోట్స్ పంపిస్తా ఉన్నారు కదా మేడం వాట్సాప్.
చెప్పండి మా
నోట్స్ అండి.
Yes, Anand Sai. Good. Now, Kalyani. Kalyani, I mentioned, not mentioned.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Pawan Kalyan, new student. చెప్పండి మా పవన్ కళ్యాణ్. ఆర్ యూ మాధవి డిఫరెన్స్? Ready. Okay, every Saturday no class will be there. Saturday no online class will be there. Yes, now audible right now? Yes, please. Please mute it everyone so that disturbance is coming in. Okay, now fine. Now, today we will see the Agile process. Agile process. What is meant by Agile methodology here? Agile methodology. Agile is an more advanced than Agile model or Agile methodology or Agile process. Anyway, okay, Agile anagane, what is that meaning? It is a more advanced than spiral model. Spiral model is also used to develop module by module, okay? And more advanced than spiral is Agile model. What is the definition for this Agile model means? It is an iterative and incremental approach, we'll say. What is meant by iterative? We are repeating. What process you are repeating here? We are doing all the SDLC activities here for every new requirement. For each requirement, we are repeating this process. Which process? SDLC process need to be repeated. For every requirement. For every requirement need to be documented, need to be designed, need to be planned, need to be coding, need to be testing. For every requirement. So that's why it is called as iterative. Same process will be repeating again and again, multiple times. Up to which time? Up to entire requirements get complete. This SDLC process will get repeated. Okay, means, what does that means? Getting requirements, analyzing those requirements, designing, coding, testing. This process will get repeated till completion of entire requirements of the client. So that's why it is called as an increment, iterative. And another thing, another is incremental, we say. Agile is an incremental process also, we'll say. What is this incremental means? Incrementally, what is that, adding. What you are adding? Adding new functionalities or adding new requirements onto the existing software. A software is released. Okay, a software is released with a few models. And after releasing also, we are going on adding new requirements onto it. Example, we have said all social media applications. All social media applications comes under what, requirement by requirement they have developed. Okay, so that is called incremental. Adding new functionalities or modules on existing software is called as what, incremental. So Agile is a iterative and incremental process or approach to develop the software in a faster way. In a faster way. When compared to previous models, this Agile process is very faster. How it become very faster means, okay, here Agile principles say, what are the important important principle is release is very faster here. Within 2 to 3 weeks of time, within 2 to 3 weeks of time, we can release a product or project here. What does it mean, What is this 2 to 3 weeks of time means what, Within a month, we are able to release a few models in that software, in so-and-so software. We are releasing within release is very faster in Agile process when compared to other models. Okay, how much faster means within 2 to 3 weeks of time. Within 2 to 3 weeks of time, we are able to release, okay, few features here. few features అంటాము, లేకపోతే what is that man? Requirements also we can say. Few features or few requirements or few functionalities also we can say. Okay, into the production. So that was faster it became. 2 to 3 weeks ante enti ma ikkada within a month we are releasing so and so modules. Okay, so that is an important principle. Based on this, how it became faster, you can guess it, right? So how it became this much of faster, madam? Because of direct communication with the client here from day one onwards. In this module, work along with the client team from day one onwards. Because of this only, it is possible very fast. What is that? Because of this, we will be communicating with the client here from day one onwards. More interactions will be there, more communications will be there in Agile with the client here in Agile process. In Agile process, okay, more communication will be there with the client from day one onwards. So that's why, because of this, where it is not visible. Okay, because of this, so okay, because of this facility, okay, what happened, now? What happened? Release became very faster. Another reason also there here. How the releases become? Another reason is no documentation here. No documentation, please. Why? Because by preparing the documentations, we are wasting our time here. Not wasting. We are delaying in the release. We can say that. Okay. Previous modules, documentations were more in previous modules. Now in Agile process, what happened? Those documentations has been reduced here. Then how, madam, requirements gurinchi ella telustundi? Ade kadama. Then how we can come to know the requirements details? Directly we will be communicating with the client here. During communication with the client, we are keeping the recordings here. Okay. To avoid the documentation here, requirement documents లేనిదే మనము ప్రాజెక్ట్ డెవలప్మెంట్ టెస్టింగ్ ఎలా చేయగలుగుతాము అంటే during communicating with the client, అంటే during meeting with the client అని. At the time of client meetings, what happening here? We are keeping recordings, and these recordings will be forwarded to the team members. After the client meeting completes, then this recording will be forwarded to the team members. Playback this recording. How many times you want, you can repeat this recording and analyze the requirements and go on test it and go on develop it. This is the approach we are following in the companies. Okay, no documentations, ma. In Agile process, no documentations are there. Directly communicate with the client. One person will be selected who is good, having skills on the technology. That person will be given a duty to communicate with the client, and he will be giving the requirements. Okay, so that's why that much faster became in Agile. Previous models, no, ma. In previous models, the client will be interfering in the first time to give the requirements. In the middle, if he wants to update it, and after release, he will enter. That's it. No more client interactions. More will be there in previous modules. Why?
నా వాయిస్ వినిపించట్లేదు.
Yes, 1 minute, please. Yes, where we are now. Here, the principles say here, it is saying clearly, here customer won't be waiting for long duration of time. We are releasing within a 2 to 3 weeks of time. So that's why customer are not waiting for long duration of time. Okay, and how we are developing, how it is possible means we are developing, testing and releasing a few models and then releasing it. Okay, and it is possible only through the direct communication with the client. Okay, so this is what my Agile principles. Yes, please. These are the very important Agile principles, ma. We are releasing very faster within 2 to 3 weeks of time. We are releasing a product with the client communications from day one onwards with no documentations. Okay, and in Agile process, and in agile process. So now after this, what we are going to say? So agile is going to follow one framework. Okay, what is that framework means, ma? That is Scrum. Scrum is a framework, ma. Scrum anedi oka framework used to develop the software in an easy way. Framework is nothing but, okay, one predefined, okay, framework. What is a framework, ma? Framework is nothing but what, ma? Predefined template ani antamu. Predefined template means what? Predefined, okay, modules, okay, structured will be there. Okay, based on that modules, we can go on use those modules and we can go on develop it and we can test it easily. That is the importance of framework. Okay, so in that Agile is following which framework means Scrum framework. What is the Scrum here? In one interview, we asked, what is a Scrum? What is the Scrum? He said. So Scrum is a framework, sir. It is a framework. Okay, one predefined template is available. This framework we can see in Jira. At the time of Jira, we can see this is Scrum framework as it is what we are going to discuss now. We will see entirely this Scrum framework inside the Jira. In Jira. Okay, Jira will work on Scrum framework. Kanban framework is also there. Okay, most of the cases only the Scrum framework is only used in the company. Kanban is rare. Okay, so now what is a Scrum here? Scrum is nothing but a framework used to build the projects. Okay, by following Agile principles only. What are the Agile principles? Faster. What is Agile principle means? Faster. Release should be very faster. Okay. Release should be very faster here. So that is what I have mentioned here now. What is a Scrum? It is a framework through which we can build the software by following Agile principles only. Now, Agile means what? It is one process, okay, by using which we can develop the software faster. What is an Agile here? Agile is nothing but a process, development process. It is a development process used to build the projects, okay, faster. That is the thing here. So these two differences you need to take care. Why? Because in interview they are asking what is a Scrum, what is a Agile here. Okay, now. Up to this month. Now we will move to what? Now in this Scrum framework, now the Scrum framework. We'll discuss about the Scrum now. We have to enter into the Scrum framework now. After the Agile definition, how it is working, how the Agile process is working means based on this Scrum framework. How this Agile process, how this Scrum framework is working means 1 minute. Okay, fine here. In Scrum framework, in this framework, we have a team member. Okay, a team member. What are those? Who are those team members? Means, okay, one is product owner, and the second one is Scrum Master will be there, and the third one is development team will be there, and the fourth one is what is that? QA team will be there. So these are the members who got involved in this Scrum framework. Who is this product owner? Why? Because these terms are mandatory. In the company, they will be using these words in this Scrum framework. While following the work, while you are working with the Agile process, they will be including these words. At that time, you cannot say that I don't know what is this, who is this product owner, who is this, what is the role of this Scrum Master. Dev team means for coding purpose, development team will be there. For testing purpose, QA team will be there. QA means quality analyst. Okay. Now here, who is here? Yes, the quality assurance. Avinash, quality assurance developers, not the testers. Here, QA team, okay, quality analyst. means stands for quality lead. Okay, analyst testers ని అంటారు. డెవలప్మెంట్ టీమ్ ని క్యూఏ అని కూడా అంటారు డెవలపర్స్ ని. కానీ ఇక్కడ ఏ అనేది ఏంటి? వాట్స్ ద ఏ స్టాండ్స్ హియర్? ఏ అష్యూరెన్స్. ఓకే, developers team will be called as quality assurance, testing team will be called as quality analyst, quality controller, quality engineer. I have told you at the beginning itself. Okay, now please, who is this product owner? What is the purpose of this product owner? You need to understand here, ma. Product owner is the main person who communicates with the client daily here, with the client daily. For what purpose? To get the requirements. And after getting the requirements, what he will do? He will prepare a list. Of all those requirements. Okay, of all those requirements and assign assignments to the development team. The of product. This product. And okay, we are going to develop and test it. That is the role of is the person that has to us what modules to be developed first, what modules to be tested first, and which modules to be released first. Why? Because so that's why the client will be suggesting to the product owner. The product owner will assign those items to us. Based on that only we'll be working here. Okay, so that is the role of product owner, and he can reject the work also. Why? Because he knows the actual thing. So he will be referring what all the work we have done. He will be referring requirement. Okay, at last, why? Because he is a person who is getting the requirements and communicating with the client. So he knows the actual one. So if the work what we have done is not maintained correctly, then he is the person who can reject also. Before approving, before submitting to the client, he will refer it. Okay, that's the thing here. He will refer it. So that's why he can reject the work. Okay, so that's the point I mentioned here about the product owner. Here, he is the main person who defines those functionalities communicating with the client. He will prioritize those features and assign to the developers and testing team. And he can accept or reject our work also. Why? Because he knows the actual requirement here. So that's why this responsibility for product owner. Product owner plays an important role in the process. Break, Now coming to Scrum Master. Who is a Scrum Master means? Scrum Master is nothing but project manager. He is nothing but project manager. If the client is involved, if the client is not in meeting, then who will play as in the
voice break out
again? Yes, please. Voice break hotundi ma. I have connected with the Wi-Fi. I have connected with the data, but I don't know why the voice is breaking. Why it is breaking? I don't know. I'm checking it. Okay. 2. Yes, please. Now what we are saying, the Scrum Master. Who is the Scrum Master here means project management. Project manager is a Scrum Master here. Okay. He is acting like a Scrum Master here. Different term. Project manager and Scrum Master and Scrum framework. Inside the Scrum framework, the project manager is being called like a Scrum Master here. Okay. Now, if the client is not there, then who is going to act as a Scrum Master means project manager. If the client is involved in the meeting, then at the time the client will be working like a Scrum Master here. That's the thing here. And what is the purpose of the Scrum Master means? Can you please tell me what is the purpose of project manager? He will be just assigning the work to the team members and he will be just monitoring us. Okay. And he will be at the end, he is the person who can accept our work. Okay, the same thing here. The project manager work is, he is responsible for entire thing in Agile process. He is taking care of entire Agile process. what all the meetings need to be conducted, what all the work to be scheduled here, everything will be taken care by Scrum Master here. Means project manager here. Okay, what the work here doing? Sprint planning, sprint meeting, Scrum meeting. These are the works who is going to handle by Scrum Master, not the product owner. Product owner gets the requirements and assign to us. That's it. And the Scrum Master is going to work work along with the work here with the team members in the Agile process. Okay, every work will be taken care by Scrum Master here. After getting the requirements, who is the duty now? The Scrum Master duty now to take care of that work to get complete. What all the requirements he is assigned, who product owner assigned to us, that work need to be complete, which taken care by Scrum Master here. Okay, and he is a person who is going to handle any escalations in the Agile process. Okay, he will give KTs about the Agile process. Who are the newcomers? Who are the new to the Agile process? He will provide the KT sessions. Okay, so that is the role of a Scrum Master here. Now, development team will be there and testing team will be there. So these are the persons who are going to involve in the Scrum process and in Scrum framework. Okay, now coming to Scrum ceremonies now. Another important one, ma. After this, now you are going to focus on Scrum ceremonies.
What is
Scrum.
sprint meeting, ma'am?
I will tell you that.
Sprint.
Yes, Sureka. We didn't start it. Even if terms terms we are going to discuss now. Okay, these terms now we will be discussing. The heading is Scrum ceremonies or Scrum terminology or Agile terminology, we can say. Okay, we can say like this. Okay, in the interview they are asking what are the Scrum ceremonies. It is not copied. What are the Scrum ceremonies? What are the Scrum terminologies or Agile ceremonies? They are asking. So we need to say these things now. Where is that? Yes, ma'am. One by one. The events which took place at the time of a Scrum framework during Agile process, that is called Scrum ceremonies. The events, okay, that took place at the time of Scrum framework or Scrum process, okay, is called what, ma? Scrum terminology or Scrum ceremonies, we will say. What are those events? The first one is user stories. If user stories occurs, then how to work? Okay, the first one is user story. What is this user story means? In general, we will be calling like a module. Okay, software modules are called as a user story. But when come to the Scrum framework, now we will be calling the modules as user stories. We will have login module. We will say in general. In general, we used to say, okay, this is a login module. In general, we will be saying login module. Okay, registration module. Like this, we will be calling like a modules or features or components. Kani, while coming to the but, okay, what is that one? But in Scrum framework, FW will write down. In Scrum framework, this modules only is called as a user story. Modules user story ani antaru. A story about a user module is nothing but a user story. Here, a brief explanation will be there. A brief explanation about that story or module will be there. Login user story. We'll be calling not a login module. We'll be calling from now onwards like a login user story module. Different term ante. User story anali. Login user story, registration user story, communication user story, email user story. Like this you need to call now, not a module. Okay, what is the user story here? A module. Okay, what is the user story here? A module or a feature in a software is called as user story. After calling that now as a user story, behind that, after that, we'll be giving one brief explanation about that user story. What is the purpose of this login user story? You will be writing one brief explanation. A brief explanation will be there. A brief explanation about that user story will be there. Like story about the user module. Like a story about the user model is nothing but a user story. Okay, so in the interview, if they ask what is a user story means, we need to say It is a feature, sir, or it is a module in a software which describes a brief explanation about it. About the feature, about that module is nothing but a user story, sir. That's it, ma'am. Okay, now next one is epic. What is this epic means? Like a folder. In general, we'll be calling folder. You know what is a folder, ma? Folder is nothing but a collection of files will be there. Related files will be there. So that is called folder in general, we will be saying. While coming to Java, folder ne yamantama packages ani antaru. Folder ne yamantama in Java lo ma packages we will say. Inside the package, what will be there? Pieces are user-defined classes, user-defined package, files will be there. Okay, like that. In coming to the Scrum framework, Epic is nothing but a collection of all the user stories. What all the user stories are collected by product owner. Product owner kadama manaki user stories anni తీసుకొని వస్తారు, requirements ని ఏమంటామంటే user stories అని కూడా అనొచ్చు. ఓకేనా? Product owner ఏం తీసుకొని వస్తారు? Requirements తీసుకొని వస్తారు. At the time of communicating with the client, product owner bring all the requirements. Okay, and assign to us. How he is assigning? He will be mentioning that list of all the user stories and create one epic. He will create one folder inside the Jira. జీరాలో ఒక ఫోల్డర్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు. ఆ ఫోల్డర్ ని ఏమంటామంటే ఎపిక్ అని అంటాము. అందులో ఏం మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నారు? యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ లిస్ట్ మెన్షన్ చేసిస్తారు మన ప్రాడక్ట్ ఓనర్. ఓకే, టు ద టీమ్ మెంబర్స్. ఓకేనా? సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఎపిక్ నౌ? కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ద యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఎపిక్. ఒక ఫోల్డర్ లాంటిది. అందులో ఏం ప్లేస్ చేస్తున్నారు? యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ అంటే రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ ని ప్లేస్ చేసి ఇస్తున్నారు. ఓకేనా? సో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఎపిక్ హియర్. Who is going to define these user stories and epic? Product owner. The note point here is, what is the note point? Who is taking care of this? User stories creation, epic creation. Product owner, okay, will define these, okay, user stories and epic. Okay, not us. Not the project manager also, not the scrum master also. Who is going to define this user story? Who is going to collect the user stories ani meaning ikkada. After collecting the user stories, who is going to create an epic ante oka folder ga? Who? The product owner. It is not a simple task, ma. It is not a simple task. We are learning here as a simple way, but internally he is analyzing everything and he is maintaining under the epic. Okay, so that's the thing, ma. So what is the user story means? A module of a software is nothing but user stories, sir. Epic, collection of user stories. Okay, now who is going to define this? Product owner will define these user stories and epic at starting itself. Before beginning our task, this will be taken care by product owner. Okay, now please another one is sprint. After that I will discuss about this product backlog. Sprint now. What is the sprint here? The third one is sprint. Ade kadama akkada mana mention chesamu. Scrum master is taking care of sprint here. Okay, so here what is the sprint means? Sprint is nothing but duration of time. Duration. Okay, na work manaki ichesina tarvata alage vadilestarama. You can complete it as your wish ani. No, right, ma. Yet time scheduling will be mentioned. Okay, that is called sprint. We have to complete our work within this duration of time, which is assigned, which is given by the product owner, which is assigned to us by the project manager, as per the client. Okay, so that is what, ma. He said, the client said, I want these features within this a month or 2 to 4 weeks of time. Accordingly, we will fix it and we will develop it and test it. Okay, so that is called sprint here. Sprint is nothing but duration of time to complete the assigned user stories. Assigned user stories are assigned task. Okay, to us, to the developers and testers, both, ma. That is called sprint here. Usually sprint time enta undochu ani antunnaru ma ikkada. Usually sprint duration will be, sprint will took place, okay, will take place up to 2 to 4 weeks of time. Usually in the time 2 to 3 weeks of time untundi. Okay, and ela meeru calculate chestunnaru madam 2 to 4 weeks of time and stories complexity later. Okay, it depends on the user unit. User stories complexity paina depend ayi, they will discuss it accordingly. Okay, so that is what sprint. Sprint is nothing but the duration of time to complete the assigned task. Okay, they will be assigned one time to us. We have to complete it within this 2 to 4 weeks of time, means we have to complete it. Okay, that is called a sprint, ma. Now the fourth one, ma. This all comes under Scrum framework. Idanta. Okay, after this sprint plan meeting will be there. Okay, we are saying. Okay, what is the sprint plan meeting means? A meeting, okay, this is a meeting which is conducted by product owner. Product owner will be there. Okay, Scrum Master will be there. Okay, seniors. Okay, test manager will be there. Okay, test senior will be there. Test lead will be there. These senior members only will sit here, not the juniors, please. Why, madam? No, why? Juniors, no means they don't know about how to handle the features, user stories here. Okay, user stories ni ela handle cheyalo, we don't know. Why? Because we are the juniors here, we are the starters here. So that's why in sprint plan meeting, that seniors only will sit. What they are doing, madam, here in this meeting means they are planning about the sprint here. What they are doing with the seniors? They are planning about the sprint. Sprint gurinchi plan ma ikkada. Sprint means what? You know, right? Sprint is nothing but a duration. Okay, about the duration of they are planning here. What type of planning they are making means the planning includes, okay, what user stories need to be assigned? What user stories need to be assigned in this sprint? In particular sprint ani cheppandi. In particular sprint, based on the client. Okay, based on the client and based on the product owner, Scrum Master means project manager, they will sit and analyze which user stories. Say here which user stories ani cheppandi. Okay, why here insertion button is clicked here? Which user stories need to be assigned and they need to be completed? Okay, now our user stories they will pick up. Okay, now those user stories they will pick up and they will assign to the team members. Okay, they will mention in the sprint. Okay, now so that planning will be made here. Which user stories have to be completed faster? They will sit and analyze ma. Okay, e modules manam develop chesi release cheyali. Why? Because based on the priority they will fix. Okay, based on the priority they will pick up. Based on the priority. Priority means importance of the user module. Okay, based on the priority and the client requirement, both should be kept in the mind. Okay, na? Based on the client requirement and based on the priority, we will sit and analyze which user stories have to be planned, have to be developed and tested, released. Okay, that will be planned here. That will be planned here in this meeting. Okay, na? E sprint lo, ante e duration of time lo, ఏ యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ డెవలప్ చేసి టెస్ట్ చేసి రిలీజ్ చేయాలి అని చెప్పి ఫస్ట్ దే విల్ ప్లాన్ ఇట్. ఓకే, ఆఫ్టర్ ద ప్లానింగ్ దెన్ దే విల్ అసైన్ ద టాస్క్ టు ద టీమ్ మెంబర్స్. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ హియర్ ఇన్ దిస్ మీటింగ్. ద ప్లానింగ్ ఈస్ మేకింగ్ హియర్ ఇన్ దిస్ మీటింగ్. ఓకే, అండ్ దే విల్ ఆఫ్టర్ దిస్ ప్లానింగ్ వాట్ దే విల్ డూ అగైన్, దే విల్ రివ్యూ ద స్ప్రింట్. They will review the sprint. What sprint? If any previous sprints are there, they will review about that sprints. Means what happening here? What all the tasks they have assigned in so and so sprint, they will review it. Review lo em chestunaru? Are they completed all the user stories or not? Assign chesina task anni complete ayinaya ee sprint lo? If they are not completed, suppose antunnanu, if they have not completed within this assigned duration of time, then that work is called as backlog. Backlog ani antaru. During reviewing the sprint, మా ఎప్పుడు బ్యాక్లాగ్ అని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తారు? ఒక స్ప్రింట్ ని రివ్యూ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు. ఓకేనా, ఒక స్ప్రింట్ ని అంటే ఏంటి? ఆ సో స్ప్రింట్ డ్యూరేషన్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ లో ఏ యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ అయితే అసైన్ చేశారో మనకి కంప్లీట్ చేయమని 2 to 3 weeks ఆఫ్ టైం ఇచ్చారు. ఈ 2 to 3 weeks ఆఫ్ టైం లో మనకు అసైన్ చేసిన వర్క్ మనం కంప్లీట్ చేయకపోతే కనుక అది కంప్లీట్ చేయలేదు అని ఎప్పుడు తెలుస్తుంది? రివ్యూ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు తెలుస్తుంది. Okay, no. During the review of a particular sprint, if they find out any work is not completed, then that pending work is called as backlog. ఓకే, మన పెండింగ్ వర్క్ ని ఏమంటామా, బ్యాక్లాగ్ అని అంటారు. ఇన్ ద ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఆల్సో మా, okay, we will be students will be having backlogs, right? Means what ma, in the assigned subjects if any subject got failed then it is called as backlog. Okay, అంటే ఇక్కడ backlog అంటే ఏంటి, the pending work. Backlog means what ma, pending work in the assigned sprint అని చెప్పాలి. పెండింగ్ వర్క్ ఇన్ ద అసైన్డ్ స్ప్రింట్ కావచ్చు లేదా బిగినింగ్ కావచ్చు. ఓకే, డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఉన్నాయి చెప్తాను. సో ద పెండింగ్ వర్క్ అని చెప్పండి ఇప్పటికి. ద పెండింగ్ వర్క్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ వాట్, బ్యాక్లాగ్ వి విల్ సే. ఓకే, డ్యూరింగ్ రివ్యూ ఆఫ్ ది స్ప్రింట్ దే విల్ కమ్ టు నో వాట్ ఆల్ ద బ్యాక్లాగ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. Then what they will do, if any backlogs are there, they will tell to continue in the next sprint. They will tell to continue these backlogs in the next sprint. And the next duration of time lo మీరు కంప్లీట్ చేయండి అని they will suggest. Almost ఇది రేర్ కేస్. You can continue in the next sprint అని చెప్పడం రేర్ కేస్ మా. ఓకేనా? సో ఎందుకు అంటే సో మాడ్యూల్స్ మనకు అసైన్ చేసినప్పుడు we have to complete it. If you won't complete it means your performance is going to low there. Okay na? Then otherwise what happens when your performance are going to low there. We have to try to complete the work which was assigned within the sprint. Okay, so it won't go on. Okay na ma, ee sprint kakapothe next sprint lo manam complete chesdam lendi. You cannot what ma do like this, right? So we have to complete within the assigned sprint duration here. Yes ma, so this is called backlog ani antaru. These things are getting planned here in this sprint plan meeting. Okay, what is the purpose of sprint plan meeting? To plan about a particular sprint. Okay, and review a particular sprint. And to assign the user stories in so and so sprint. All this work are being planned accordingly. Okay, that meeting is called a sprint plan meeting. A meeting which is conducted by seniors, product owners, scrum masters, okay, to discuss about the sprint here. To discuss about the sprint here. What user stories have to be assigned? Okay, are those any backlogs are there or not? Okay, and if they have completed na, next pending ayipindi. If they have completed everything na, then they will discuss about what they will do. They will discuss about next sprint. They will discuss about the next sprint anamata. Next sprint ante enti, new requirements kosam. Akrama, they are going to develop another requirements of the client. So they will discuss about the next sprint ani cheptamu. Okay na, so this happens in this sprint plan meeting. Okay ma, so after the sprint plan meeting ma, you come now we will discuss about backlogs now. Okay, backlogs. Actually backlogs are two types. Backlogs gurinchi ma, backlogs. Backlogs are two types. What is a backlog? The pending work ani cheppam. Yes, the pending work is called a backlog. Now backlogs are two types. Two types of backlogs are there. One is sprint backlog. Okay, and the second one is product backlog. What is the sprint backlog? What is this product backlog? పేర్లోనే తెలుస్తుంది మా. The backlog is related to particular sprint. Means in the assigned sprint, in the assigned duration of time, if the team is not going to complete it, then it is called as what ma, sprint backlog. Ante pending work ekkada sambandhinchindi, sprint ki sambandhinchindi. Okay na, so that's why it is called a sprint backlog. Okay, what is the sprint backlog ma? The list of all the committed user stories ani antam. The list of committed ani antam. Committed user stories. Okay, which is assigned, okay, to a particular, which belongs to a specific sprint or particular sprint. That is called a sprint backlog. What is a sprint backlog ma? If the pending work is related to a particular sprint, then it is called a sprint backlog. Okay, for example, okay, 2 to 3 weeks of time they have given. 2 weeks, okay, 3 weeks of time they have given to complete. 3 weeks of time they have given to complete. Okay, registration, okay, login, okay, log out, and then home page. ఓకే, హోమ్ పేజ్. ఈ 4 యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ అని అంటాం ఇప్పటి నుంచి. మోడల్స్ అని చెప్పమ్మా, ఓకే, మాడ్యూల్స్ అని చెప్పకూడదు. యూజర్ స్టోరీస్, ఈ 4 యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ కంప్లీట్ చేయడానికి దే హావ్ గివెన్ 3 weeks of time. Okay, for developers and for testers, both for developers and testers, for both they have given 3 weeks of time to complete these 4 user stories. Okay, in this 2 weeks of time, developers taken. Okay, developers taken to develop it. Remaining last 1 week of time is left. 1 week of time is left for testers now. In this 1 week of time, they are going to test these 4 user stories now. They have to complete it. They have to complete it within this 1 week of time. Okay, so that's why during this 1 week of time, suppose అని చెప్తున్నాం, రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ టెస్ట్ చేసేసారు, లాగిన్ టెస్ట్ చేసేసారు, లాగౌట్ టెస్ట్ చేసేసారు, బట్ యు ఆర్ లెఫ్ట్ విత్ హోమ్ పేజ్. You are not properly the tested. Okay, the home page. So this is called what ma? Pending one. This is called what ma? This home page is not tested now, so it is called as what ma? Backlog. For which backlog related to what? Backlog related to this sprint. ఈ sprint కి సంబంధించిన backlog, pending work. So that's why it is called as sprint backlog. Within this assigned duration of time, I am not able to complete the testing of this home page. So it is called as what ma? Sprint backlog. Okay na? So this is what sprint backlog ma. If any pending work is belonging to a particular or specific sprint, then it is called a sprint backlog. Okay. Now come to the product backlog. Product backlog means what ma? The list. Okay. The list of all the user stories. The list of all the user stories. Okay. User stories. Okay, collected or defined. Okay, ma? Defined. Yeah, you're fine. Defined by product to owner. Ma. Product to owner. Okay, is called product backlog. Yes, ma. We name it product backlog. At the beginning of the time, ma, product backlog. Product backlog. Product owner, he will be getting what he will be doing. Ma, product. All the user stories right from the client, that list is called as product backlog. Why that list is called as product backlog, madam? Okay, our list మనం ఇంకా కంప్లీట్ చేయలేదు, that about to be completed. Okay na? What all the user stories collected, defined by the product owner at the beginning, that about to be complete by us, it is not still completed. Okay, so that's why it is treated like a backlog. Okay na? Product అంటే ఏంటి? Entire requirements, entire list of all the user stories. అందుకే ఇక్కడ list of all the user stories అని మెన్షన్ చేసింది. Product means what ma? Entire requirements that about to be completed but not yet started that work. So that it is treated like a backlog, pending work and bhavinchar. So that's why it is called as product backlog. That about to be completed but still not completed. So that's why it is called as what ma? Product backlog at the beginning, where the product owner defined those user stories and mentioned as one epic. ఒక folder లో మెన్షన్ చేశారు కదా ఆ లిస్ట్ మొత్తాన్ని, ఆ లిస్ట్ ని ఏమంటామనంటే product backlog అని అంటారు. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, be clear ma. What is a product backlog means? The list of all the user stories which are defined by product owner at the beginning itself while communicating with the client. Okay, that list that about to complete but not yet completed. Okay, it is treated like a backlog, pending work bhavincharu. So that's why it is called as a product ki sambandhinchindi kada. Overall list ochindante product ki sambandhinchindi. Okay na? So that's why it is called as product backlog here, please. This difference is very important. Why? Because in the interview they are asking more. What is the backlog? They are asking more on the backlog. What is the backlog? The pending work, sir. Okay. And what are the two types of backlogs? Sprint backlog, product backlog. Sprint related pending work, then it is called as sprint backlog. Product related pending work, then it is called as product backlog. Okay. But we have to say this technical definition, please. This is the technical definition we need to say. Okay, any doubt in this ma? Backlogs ఏమైనా డౌట్ ఉందమ్మా? స్ప్రింట్ కి సంబంధించిన పెండింగ్ వర్క్ అండ్ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఎంటైర్ ప్రోడక్ట్ రిలేటెడ్ బ్యాక్లాగ్ దట్ అబౌట్ టు కంప్లీట్. Okay, so that's why it is called as product backlog. So these are the two backlogs are there. Why we came here backlogs? What is the backlog? At the time of sprint plan meeting, they will discuss here, are there any backlogs are there or not? What type of backlog is there? It is a sprint backlog or product backlog, they will discuss. Okay, so yes ma, this is what ma, this is what here. Okay, sprint backlog and product backlog. Okay, so this entire process we will see in a Jira. Entire process about the backlogs also, even about the user stories also. Okay, about the epic also. No need to get tension. We will view. Okay, in a Jira tool. Why? Because Jira is working on a agile process only ma. Agile process అని వర్క్ అవుతుంది Jira. Agile process ఉంది అంటే ఏ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు? స్క్రమ్ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్. సో ఎంటైర్ స్క్రమ్ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్, all these ceremonies that we will see in a Jira. Okay, how to create it we'll see later. Now coming to which one now? Another ceremony is Scrum meeting. This is the Scrum meeting ma. What is the Scrum meeting? Another one ma Scrum meeting ఉంది. So ఇదంతా మా agile process లోనే ఉంది ఇదంతా. It is not a separate one. All this comes under agile process only. While developing, we will be having user stories. While developing and testing, we will be having epics. While developing in agile process, we will be having backlogs. While developing and testing in agile process, using Scrum framework, we will be having backlogs. We will be having sprint plan meetings. We will be having Scrum meetings. Idanta Scrum framework oka process idanta. Okay, so what is this Scrum meeting now? Another ceremony now. What is the Scrum meeting here? Yes, Scrum meeting is the meeting. It is the meeting, okay, which is conducted by Scrum Master. Scrum Master and project manager. If client is not involved, then Scrum Master will act like a project manager will act like a Scrum Master here. What is the purpose of a Scrum meeting ma? Scrum meeting purpose ఏంటి అంటే మా ఎప్పుడు కండక్ట్ చేస్తారు ఇది మీటింగ్? ఎవరు కండక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారో తెలిసింది. ఎప్పుడు కండక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు అంటే మా డైలీ. దిస్ మీటింగ్ విల్ బి కండక్టెడ్ డైలీ బై ప్రాజెక్ట్ మేనేజర్. ఓకే, సో అబౌట్ ఓకే ఇట్ విల్ టుక్ ప్లేస్ అప్ టు ఓకే నమ్మ 22 ఓకే నమ్మ 20 to 30 minutes 30 minutes of time. 30 minutes of time. Duration is 30 minutes of time. What they will discuss here in this Scrum meeting means, in this Scrum meeting we have to, all the team members, we say all the team members here. All the team members means automation waleda automation team separate, manual team members and the manual team meeting separate. Okay, so all the team members have to report okay your work status to the Scrum Master here. Means Scrum project manager. That is the work here in Scrum meeting. A meeting which is conducted by project manager is called a Scrum meeting. Daily it will take place. This meeting will be conducted daily ma. Okay, based on the company timings, in the morning or in the afternoon and in the evening, based on the company timings. This meeting compulsory ma daily. What we will be doing here in this meeting means we will be reporting our work status, what we have done, what we are going to do. సార్ ఈ రోజు మేము ఈ టాపిక్ ఈ యూజర్ స్టోరీ పైన మేము కంప్లీట్ చేయబోతున్నాము. ఇంకా కంప్లీట్ అవ్వలేదు, సో కొన్ని డిఫెక్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఆ డిఫెక్ట్స్ రిజాల్వ్ చేస్తున్నాము. ఓకేనా, వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఫినిష్ దిస్ వర్క్ దిస్ ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ది డే అని చెప్తాం. అంటే వాట్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ హియర్, వీఆర్ రిపోర్టింగ్ అవర్ వర్క్ స్టేటస్ టు ద స్క్రమ్ మాస్టర్ హియర్. వాట్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ హియర్. ఓకే, సో దట్స్ వై it is called as it focus on three things here. It focus on three things ma. What are those three things means? The first one is what we did yesterday. Ikkada mention chesanu mani enduku rayadam. See here, what did you do yesterday? What will you do today? Are there any issues in your way, blockers in your way? Okay, so these things we will focus. The Scrum Master will focus here these things only. In our work, what will be reporting? We have come working on this user story today. We will end this user story by the end of the day and we will report it to you, sir. Okay, or if any problem is there while working in the user stories, in the assigned work paina emana problem, emana issues unte kanaka, then the Scrum Master won't discuss there. He will take another call separately and he will discuss it. What is your problem? Tell me. Okay, more time అనేది ఇస్తారు మన Scrum Master, మన ప్రాజెక్ట్ మేనేజర్. ఓకేనా, ఈ కాల్ లోనే కంటిన్యూ అవ్వరు. ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ ఎవ్రీవన్ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ ద అటెండెన్స్ హియర్, లైక్ ఇన్ అటెండెన్స్ ఇన్ ద స్కూల్, ఇన్ ద కాలేజెస్. విల్ బి రిపోర్టింగ్ రైట్, మనము ప్రెసెంటా కాదా అని. అలాగా ఇక్కడ మన వర్క్ ని మనము రిపోర్ట్ చేయడానికి డైలీ ఈ మీటింగ్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది. ఓకేనా, వీ హ్యావ్ టు రిపోర్ట్ అవర్ వర్క్ టు ద స్క్రమ్ మాస్టర్. We are doing this, sir. We are working on this, sir. We will close this work at this end of the day, sir. Like this, we have to give our report, work report. Okay, based on the 3 lines ma ikkada mention 3 lines as it is with this meeting will conduct. Okay, so please don't neglect this. This is a very important meeting. Scrum meeting ante evaru conduct chestunnaru? Scrum master ante project manager. Ee meeting ne emantam scrum call ani antam. We will call this meeting as a scrum call or stand up call ani antaru. Stand up call. Okay, na? If your brothers or seniors are working, if your relatives are working in the software company, they will say that no, one meeting is there. Okay, na? Daily he will be saying one meeting. Why? Because they are reporting their work. They are reporting their work. To report it. Even the lead also will seniors నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేసుకుంటూ వస్తారు. How work on this, we will be reporting or meeting. Okay, we'll be reporting to you. We'll be reporting to you. Okay, so ఈ seniors నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేసుకుంటే juniors దగ్గరికి వస్తారు. What you are doing today now? Okay, so that's the thing here, ma. That is what is scrum meeting or stand up meeting. Scrum call అని కూడా అంటారు. Understood now what is the scrum meeting? Ma? Yes, please. Any doubt here? Yes, ma. Up to this, any doubt, ma? Avinash, Akshay, Anand Sai, Balakishan, Kalyani, Srinivas, Sirisha, Sneha, am I audible? Suma, Sureka, Venu. Yes, ma. Am I audible? Srinivas. Yes, ma. Sureka. Up to this, ma. Up to this, any doubt, ma? Another 2 meetings are there, ma. Another meeting is, yes, ma. Sprint plan meeting లో sprint గురించి ఇక్కడ డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నారు. ప్లాన్ ఏ మనము డెవలప్ చేసి రిలీజ్ చేయాలి అని చెప్పి డెవలప్ చేసి ప్లానింగ్ ఎంత ఇవ్వాలి, అది జరుగుతుంది. ఎంత టైం ఇవ్వాలి, అంటే డ్యూరేషన్ ఇవ్వాలి. 3 weeks మళ్ళీ 4 weeks ప్లాన్ మీటింగ్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఆ డ్యూరేషన్ ఆఫ్ టైం లో okay, and scrum work status scrum master ki ikkada. Okay na? Now coming to another process is there, the retrospective meeting. Another meeting is there, to meeting ma. Sprint or retrospective meeting. E meeting eppudu retrospective meeting chestarma at the end anamata. At the end ante enti sprint complete అయ్యే ముందు జరుగుతుంది, రిలీజ్ చేసే ముందు జరుగుతుంది. ఎందుకోసం జరుగుతుంది? ఎప్పుడు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ఓన్లీ yes ma.
Breaking your voice.
This. Yes ma. After testing the functionalities, then only we will find the defects na. At the end kada mana defects and find out aitaru, find out chestam. So at the time of finding the defects, okay na, we will here in this meeting what we are discussing is, we are discussing about the defects here, issue here. Defects, what all the defects you have found, are those defects closed లేకపోతే ఇంకా బ్లాకర్ గా ఉన్నాయా, ఇంకా ఏమైనా క్లోజ్ అని ఉన్నాయా? Why? Because in the next, after completion of this sprint means, what is the next step? We have to release the project there. So before release, ఈ meeting అనేది జరుగుతుంది. Okay, in this meeting what we are discussing means, in sprint retrospect we are discussing the issues here. Issues అంటే డిఫెక్ట్స్ గురించి. డిఫెక్ట్స్ ఇంకా ఏమైనా ఓపెన్ లో ఉన్నాయా, అంటే ఫిక్స్ కాని డిఫెక్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయా, ఎందుకు ఫిక్స్ అవ్వలేదు, we have to report it, we have to give the answers. If it is not closed, then what steps you have taken to close those defects? Okay, ask to us. Okay, what steps you have taken to close those issues there? If it is not closed, why it is not closed? Did you not communicate with the developer? Then what steps you have placed here? What steps you have taken to close those defects? If everything is success, then they will proceed for release. That's why. So before release, at the end of the every sprint, this retrospective meeting will be conducted only once. At the end of every sprint, they will focus on the issues. Issues kind of focus means, are the defects closed or not? If it is not closed, what steps you have taken to close them? Did you not communicate with the client and with the developer or not? Why this defect is okay? It's what went well. What went well. If the issues are all fixed, then then we can proceed for release or not. They will ask to us. Why? Because we are testing the functionalities. That's why they take from permission from us. Lead will test it. Lead on the meeting lo. Okay, no need to get tension. Why? Because the lead will be the other person who are taking. Retrospective meeting. Here in this retrospective meeting, we'll be focusing on the issues here. Now coming to story point. Last 2 points are there, ma. We will discuss it and close it. Okay, 1 minute. Is retrospective meeting గురించి చూడండి. ఇక్కడ స్ప్రింట్ మనం 2 to 3 weeks ఆఫ్ టైం ఇస్తున్నామా డ్యూరేషన్. ఆ డ్యూరేషన్ ఎలా ఇస్తున్నాము అంటే స్టోరీ అంటే వాట్ ఈస్
Audio
చెప్తున్నారు ఎస్టిమేషన్. ఈ యూజర్ స్టోరీ ఓకే 1-2 days లో కంప్లీట్. నౌ ఇంకా మ్యామ్ now please today ma today now ma
No, madam, still disturbance breaking.
yes ma, still disturbance is there. Okay, fine, right? Can I end here and can I continue in tomorrow's class? Otherwise Anand, Pankaj, Rakesh.
Okay.
ఇన్ జనరల్ గా ఏం చెప్తామంటే గివింగ్ పాయింట్స్ టు ది యూజర్ స్టోరీస్. ఒక పాయింట్స్ ఇస్తారనమాట సీనియర్స్ కూర్చొని. ఈ యూజర్ స్టోరీకి ఎన్ని పాయింట్స్ ఇవ్వచ్చు అంటే రఫ్ ఎస్టిమేషన్ అనమాట. ఈ టైం 2 points ఇచ్చారనుకోండి 2 hours అనమాట, లేదా 2 days అని. ఓకే, సో ఒక స్టోరీ పాయింట్ సపోజ్ అనమాట 1 story point ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 1 hour ఆర్ 1 day తీసుకుంటే కనుక సపోజ్ అని అంటున్నాము. ఓకేనా, 1 hour అయినా ఉంటుంది స్టోరీ పాయింట్ కి, లేదా 1 day అయినా ఉంటుంది, అంటే 6 hours. ఓకే, సో 6 to 8 hours అని మీటింగ్ 1 day అంటే. విత్ ఇన్ దిస్ స్టోరీ పాయింట్ ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ లాగిన్ కి ఇక్కడ ఫర్ సపోజ్ అంటున్నాం లాగిన్ మోడ్ యూజర్ స్టోరీకి డెవలపర్స్ గివెన్ 5 points. ఓకే, 5 points అంటే 1 hour తీసుకుంటే ఒక స్టోరీ పాయింట్ కి 5 hours అవుతుంది కదా. దే ఆర్ టెలింగ్ దట్ డెవలపర్స్ ఆర్ టెలింగ్ దట్ విత్ ఇన్ 5 hours అంటే విత్ ఇన్ డే, విత్ ఇన్ 1 day దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డెవలప్ దిస్ లాగిన్ యూజర్ స్టోరీ అని మీనింగ్. 5 points ఇస్తే ఏంటి మా మీనింగ్ ఇక్కడ? They are going to complete this login development, login user story coding within a day. And QA వాళ్ళు ఏం చెప్తున్నారు ఇక్కడ ఈ మీటింగ్ లో? ఈ డిస్కషన్ ఎక్కడ జరుగుతుందంటే మా స్ప్రింట్ ప్లాన్ మీటింగ్ లోనే జరుగుతుంది. ఓకేనా, డ్యూరింగ్ ప్లానింగ్ అబౌట్ ద స్ప్రింట్. ఓకే, ఈ స్టోరీ పాయింట్స్ కూడా అసైన్ చేస్తారు. ఈ డిస్కషన్ స్ప్రింట్ ప్లాన్ మీటింగ్ లోనే జరుగుతుంది, అసైనింగ్ స్టోరీ పాయింట్స్ ఆల్సో. ఓకే, QA వాళ్ళు ఏమంటున్నారంటే మా QA has given అంటే టెస్టింగ్ టీమ్ 3 points ఇచ్చారు. 3 points అంటే ఏంటి మా 3 hours కావచ్చు, 3 hours మా. ఓకేనా, సో దే ఆర్ గివింగ్ 3 points మీన్స్ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు టెస్ట్ విత్ ఇన్ 3 hours. దే ఆర్ సేయింగ్ లాగిన్ యూజర్ స్టోరీ. ఓకే, ఫర్ సింగిల్ లాగిన్ యూజర్ స్టోరీ డెవలపర్స్ గివెన్ 5 points మీన్స్ విత్ ఇన్ అవర్, విత్ ఇన్ ఏ డే అండ్ టెస్టర్స్ ఆర్ గివెన్ 3 points అంటే విత్ ఇన్ 3 hours. Okay, 5 plus 3 how much ma? 1 day. Within a 1 day, okay, including the development, including the testing, we are going to complete the login user story within a 1 day or approximately take ma within a 2 days. Okay, within a 2 days, okay, they are saying that development avutundi and then testing kuda complete cheyochu and cheppi they will sit analyze and assign the points to the user stories like this. ఓకే, ఇలా అసైనింగ్ కూడా ఇట్ డిపెండ్స్ టోటలీ ఆన్ ద కాంప్లెక్సిటీ ఆఫ్ ది యూజర్ స్టోరీస్. అసైనింగ్ ద స్టోరీ పాయింట్స్ ఓకే డిపెండ్స్ టోటలీ ఆన్ యూజర్ స్టోరీ కాంప్లెక్సిటీ. Complexity means there will be a small user stories, there will be a big user stories. Okay, based on the complexity, length of the user stories also, based on the number of features inside the user stories. Login user stories ki any features untayma? Username, password, okay, forget password, and then change password, inkama, and then show password, okay, login button, e features untai. Okay, almost all 10 features undachu inside the login module. Okay, so that's why. And the registration kima, you can contain so many modules. Okay, first name, last name, middle name. Okay, address, pin code, state, email ID, password, confirm password, and then n number of, right? So based on the complexity of the user story, based on the length of the user stories, okay, they will sit and give the points to the user stories. Complexity batti. Okay, interview how you can assign the story points and what basis you will assign the story points ani adigaru oka student. And what basis you are going to assign the story points ante kanaka based on the user story complexity sir ani cheppali. Okay, based on the user story complexity we are going to assign the story points sir. Story point is nothing but rough estimation of a user story that you are going to complete it. Okay, rough calculation and matter. We will complete it within 2 days. We will complete it within 3 days. Like this. Okaka user story ki ikkada అన్ని యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ గురించి చెప్పట్లేదు. ఒక్కొక్క యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ కి ఎన్ని పాయింట్స్ ఇస్తున్నారు మీరు అంటే ఎంత డ్యూరేషన్ ఇవ్వాలనుకుంటున్నారు, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ స్టోరీ పాయింట్. Within a 1 day you are going to complete this login, or within 2 days you are going to complete this login. They will sit and analyze it, ma. It is a very big task. Okay, very big responsibility kuda. ఇచ్చిన టైం డ్యూరేషన్ లో మనం చేయలేకపోతే కనుక పెండింగ్ వర్క్ అంటారు, రిలీజ్ చేయలేము. ఆ స్ప్రింట్ పరంగా మనం రిలీజ్ చేయలేకపోతాము. సో అందుకే ప్లానింగ్ అనేది కరెక్ట్ గా జరగాలి. స్ప్రింట్ ప్లాన్ మీటింగ్ లోనే ఈ స్టోరీ పాయింట్స్ డిస్కషన్ కూడా ఉంటుంది. ఓకేనా, సపరేట్ గా కాదు. అట్ ద టైమ్ ఆఫ్ స్ప్రింట్ ప్లాన్ మీటింగ్ ఓన్లీ, they will assign the story points to the user stories. Okay, so who is giving this story points? Seniors only. Juniors cannot understand. Okay, how they can understand? The flow ni teliyadu juniors ki. Okay, fine. Flow teliyadu ma. First of all, we need to learn the flow between the modules. Okay, then only you can understand. After getting the practice, after getting the experience, then only they will make you to sit. At least 4 to 5 years of experience undali, or 3 to 4 years of experience ana undali. Okay, so that's the point here. Story point assign cheyadam ante endima rough estimation. What is the story point? Estimation about the user stories. Rough estimation of user stories to complete it is called story point. Okay ma, like this they are giving a points to the user stories ma. Okay, based on that only one sprint duration is being calculated. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. ఈ 2 to 3 weeks of time లో ఎన్ని యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ అసైన్ చేయాలి అని చెప్పి ప్లాన్ చేస్తారు. ఇదంతా ఎక్కడ జరుగుతుంది? స్ప్రింట్ ప్లాన్ మీటింగ్ లో జరుగుతుంది. ఓకేనా? సో దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ స్టోరీ పాయింట్. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ మా చార్ట్ విల్ బి ప్రిపేర్డ్. బర్న్ డౌన్ ఆర్ అప్ చార్ట్ అని అంటారు. ఈ చార్ట్ అంటే ఏంటి మా? గ్రాఫికల్ వ్యూ. ఓకేనా? మన వర్క్ ని ఓకేనా ప్రాజెక్ట్ మేనేజర్ ఏం చేస్తారంటే మా స్క్రమ్ మాస్టర్ డైలీ వి విల్ బి రిపోర్టింగ్ రైట్ అవర్ వర్క్ స్టేటస్ అట్ ద టైమ్ ఆఫ్ స్క్రమ్ మీటింగ్ లో ఏం చేస్తున్నామా? వీఆర్ రిపోర్టింగ్ అవర్ వర్క్ స్టేటస్ డైలీ హియర్. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద వర్క్ స్టేటస్ విచ్ వీ హ్యావ్ రిపోర్టెడ్, ద స్క్రమ్ మాస్టర్ వాట్ హీ ఈస్ డూయింగ్, హీ ఈస్ క్రియేటింగ్ ఎ గ్రాఫికల్ వ్యూ ఆఫ్ దోస్ వర్క్. మన వర్క్ ని కోడింగ్ తో డెవలపర్ మా క్లయింట్ కి ప్రెజెంట్ చేయలేము. గ్రాఫికల్ వ్యూ కావాలి క్లయింట్ కి ప్రెజెంట్ చేయాలి అంటే, దట్ గ్రాఫికల్ వ్యూ ఇస్ క్రియేటెడ్ బై స్క్రమ్ మాస్టర్. ఓకే, సో అందులో ఏముంటుంది? మనం చేసిన వర్క్ ఎంత వరకు కంప్లీట్ అవుతుంది, ఎంత పెండింగ్ ఉంది. హౌ ఈస్ కమ్ టు నో? At the time of reporting, after reporting by us to the scrum master is preparing a graphical view of the work, how much it is completed, how much it is pending. And then after preparing that graphical view chart, he will be presenting to the client. What he will be doing? He will be presenting and explaining to the client, this much work is completed, we are completing now. Okay, it is going to complete it, change it. Okay, so that is called burn down or up chart. Ikkada down enti, up enti. Down means the pending work. How much work is pending still. Up means here how much work is completed. ఓకే, సో ఈ 2 చార్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి. బర్న్ డౌన్ చార్ట్ ఉంటే బర్న్ అప్ చార్ట్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఈస్ ప్రిపేర్డ్ బై హోమ్ స్క్రమ్ మాస్టర్ హియర్. Okay, burn down and up chart is prepared by Scrum Master, project manager. It shows how much work remaining in the sprint. This will be designed by Scrum Master daily. After taking a report from us, he will be daily preparing this graphical view. Okay, it is a graph, ma. Is not paying pending. Yes, ma. Ramya, she said, ma. But your father. Yes, ma, Pooja. She said already. She will pay this Monday అని చెప్పారు మా రమ్య. Ramya, are you not there? Your due is there, Ramya. Sorry, Scrum ceremonies గురించి. Okay, Agile process గురించి. ఈ way of developing, ఈ way of testing, ఈ way of development process, we have not seen in the previous. We have not seen in the previous models. We have seen in the Agile process only, that too in a Scrum framework only. Scrum framework is totally different than before modules. Agile process is totally different than previous modules. It has become very faster because of this process only, Scrum framework only. Okay. So this is a way of developing ma Scrum framework lo ila manam develop chesi test chesi release chestunnam. Okay na. So now the entire thing in the graphical view, see, the entire thing, this is the graphical view of Agile process thing. First of all, who is taking the client requirements, ma? Product owner. Product owner take all the inputs from the client requirements and he will list and he will make a list of all those requirements that about to complete. So that's why that list is called as product backlog. Okay. After that, we are making a sprint plan meeting. What is that, ma? Ma Jyoti Mai and 6 o'clock batch, ma. Please wait for 2 minutes, ma. Okay, na? 5 minutes, please. At least 5 minutes. Agile process for previous batch. Okay. 6 o'clock batch, wait for 5 minutes, ma. Okay. This is coming, see here. Sprint plan meeting is coming here. Okay. In the sprint plan meeting, based on the user stories assigned in zones of sprint life cycle is starting. Life cycle means up to the completion of the work. 2 to 3 weeks of time ఇచ్చారంటే ఆ 2 to 3 weeks of time ఏమంటామంటే sprint యొక్క life cycle అని అంటాం. ఈ 2 to 3 weeks of time లో daily what we are doing here, Scrum meetings will be there, sprint reviews will be there. Okay, and a retrospective meeting will be there. Retrospective meeting also will be there. If everything goes well, then finish the work and release it. Give the permission for the release it. Okay. So this is what entire Agile process now. Okay. So up to this, any doubt now? Up to this, any doubt? Find out, ma.